Hi, I'm Mona, one of the founders of Back Pain Movement Makers. And today it's day 10 in our 365 days free challenge, where we go live every day for 365 days in a row. Now we're 10 in. And you could make a move also and be challenged by this and especially be challenged by your own thinking about healing for good and living a fulfilled life. Okay. Today, as I told you yesterday, I'm going to channel the highest consciousness, and the subject that I got yesterday that I was going to talk about today is what happens spiritually when we don't move every day and throughout the day. Okay, I have no idea what's coming through, so here we go. We are so happy that you have decided to watch this. If you have back pain, then you won't regret spending your time and listening to this. It will not be for no reason at all. Okay. What is the body? Well, you are not your bodies. You are the eternal soul or being that lives inside the bodies. So you are obviously not your body. You live in it. And the body itself is your way to experiencing life and what you really are. If there was only the creator, the highest consciousness, or God, or the universe, whatever you call it, that couldn't experience anything because that would be all there was, nothing else. And this is a really important thing to realize, that God or the highest consciousness, the creator, the universe, whatever you call it, we have chosen to call us the highest consciousness to get out of so many limiting beliefs around the word God. And the highest consciousness has created everything to experience, to be able to experience itself. So without you, we, the highest consciousness, could not experience ourselves or anything that is created from us. So your bodies are the vehicles, are the instrument that were given you to experience yourself, the all the individuals, all the aspects of life. So every time you have decided to come down here to the earth plane, you have already chosen some things that you would like to learn from or experience throughout this lifetime. The way they are experienced and exactly which one of them that you are going to experience, that could vary. That is not decided. It's not like, well, you have decided that when you turn 45, you will die in a car crash, for example. That is not the case. But you and your guides and teachers on the other side, where we are, this on the soul level, you could call it, You have decided with them what to experience. And this is a very comforting thing to know when you see someone suffers that suffers really, really bad. It's good to know that they have some things that they were going to experience so they would learn more about themselves, about what they are, what they truly are. And without the body, you could not experience that. Your body gives you the opportunity to feel pain, for example. Without a body, you couldn't feel pain. You couldn't feel health. You couldn't feel how good it feels to hug someone, how good it feels to be close to someone, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. You could not experience, for example, to just feel the warmth from the sun. You could not experience to feel cold water, and if you prefer hot water. And that, of course, depends on what situation you are in. But, anyways, this is really important. So, masters, they do like this. They know that pain is one thing and suffering is another thing. They know that pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And what they mean with that, or what they mean when they say that, is that the body could experience pain, but they could handle that in the present moment. They don't have to ruminate about that so they suffer too. Of course, no one likes pain. Well, some people think they do, but that is another subject. But pain is a sign that is kind of an alarm clock or an alarm that something is wrong. There are several reasons why humans experience pain, but most of them are like alarm clocks, that something is not right. It could be that, well, you are living too much in the egoic mind's world. You are listening to the ego more and more, and you are stuck. And the pain is trying to get your attention that this is not working. Your soul is kind of miserable, and it wants you to stop searching for the salvation and the healing outside yourself. The pain is a sign that maybe you are not being loving to yourself. Maybe you're not kind to yourself. Maybe you are loathing yourself. Maybe you feel self-hatred. And if you are in that place today, that you feel safe self-hatred because of your pain, you have to stop doing that to yourself immediately. The body is neutral. Okay? The body doesn't do anything unless you command it to do things. Of course, the body could become ill and sick. but still the body is the vehicle. It's neutral. So what happens if you don't move every day and throughout the day? It happens to be, since the body is the vehicle and the body is your opportunity to experience life and yourself. And you are unconditional love, eternal unconditional love. So your body is the vehicle or the instrument that is going to help you to experience that. Then some of you might think, okay, so if it hurts, it could hurt like hell. What's the point in that? Well, first of all, you have to learn to the process of healing and your own salvation. The first step in that is acceptance. You have to accept, well, right now it hurts like hell. Okay? That doesn't mean that you don't want to change that. That doesn't mean that you don't want it to change, but you have to accept it. Well, this is what happens right now. But the trick is to accept that this is happening right now and then stop. Don't go back in time to focus on what has happened before. If you have pain in the present moment and you're thinking about how that you have had that for 10 years, 20 years, how do you think that you could stay in the present moment and feel relief? You cannot. It's impossible. And what if you add to that, well, since it's been like this for 10 or 20 years, it has to be that way and might even get worse for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You cannot feel inner peace with those kind of thoughts. So first, you have to accept it. Okay, well, in this present moment, it is like this. And then stop your thinking. Stay in the present moment and focus what can you do right now to relieve that pain. Well, it might be that bad that the only thing you could do is to breathe slowly and ask for help. Pray to the highest consciousness. What we have said before, we cannot help you fully if you don't ask. Your free will is sacred. So first step, accept. This is what it is right now. Next step, it's to be thankful. This feels really bad that you should be thankful for your pain. Well, you should be thankful that the pain is an alarm clock. An alarm clock that something must be done. Something must be changed. And sometimes that has to be a combination between outer things and inner things. But it's more important to be focused on inner things. Your thoughts, if you cannot control your thoughts, they will ruin your world. Because the way you look at yourself, that's the way you look at the world. And if you feel self-hatred, what do you think will come back to you in the world? Hate. That is not a good alternative. So be thankful that, okay, this is a sign and I know that it is a sign. That is the first thing. Then you should be appreciative. You should appreciate. That is also very, very hard to do when you feel pain, but you should appreciate, well, it could be worse. That is not a good thought, but sometimes you have to think about that it could be worse to be thankful that it's not. Everything around you is giving you something to relate to. Yeah, we have said we have said this before, but maybe not in this challenge. If you can only see white, you can't experience white. You have to experience some other thing too, another color to be able to experience white. So, for example, if you have pain, you could relate that to something. Well, I have pain, but still I can love my near and dear ones. Even though I have pain, I can love them. Even though I have pain, I can still make a difference. Every one of you is here for a reason in this lifetime, in this time here on earth. Nothing that the highest consciousness has created is just created by accident. Every one of you is here for a special reason. So you have to appreciate that you still can do things. You are still here. Okay? And if you want to heal for good, you have to begin to realize that you're here for a reason. There's something that you can do for other people with your experiences, with your skills, with your talents, and so on. You're here for a reason. Okay? And then the last step. There are 4 steps. The first one is acceptance. The second one is to be thankful. The third one is to be appreciative. And the fourth one is to co-create. Co-create something from this present moment. It could be a co-creation with us, the highest consciousness, or it could be a co-creation with humans or animals or the nature, whatever. If you begin to live your life that way, you will heal from the inside and out. And when you realize that you are perfect, you are perfect since you were born, because when the highest consciousness created you, do you think that the highest consciousness can create anything but perfect? No, that's not impossible. That is not possible. It is impossible. Okay? So you were perfect. There is nothing you have to do. There is nothing you have to be. There is nothing you have to have. You are perfect the way you are. And you were when you were born into this world, because the thing that is you was perfect when that was created. Okay? And as long as you feel something else, that you don't realize what you are, that you are perfect, and that you are made by love, from love, for love, then you still need alarm clocks. So move is meant to experience yourself and to experience a life. And you need to have energy. You are made of energy. And if the energies are stuck somewhere in your body, you will get ill or sick. You have to have the energies flowing. And by just moving around, you don't have to move your whole body if that hurts too much, but you have to move the parts of your body that you're able to do. And yesterday, they gave you a link to one of the exercises that we recommend that you work with energy, where energy, you get to move your energy. And Dana is one of them that could teach you that. So you have to be moving, not just to be able to function physically, but spiritually, you need to do that as well, to get the energies moving and to be able to experience who you are. You are love. And if you get stuck in the energies and so on, your feelings and your mood will go down. And when you go down too much in your energy levels, then you will feel depressed. Okay? We shouldn't say anything more right now because this was kind of deep and heavy for some of you, but it was needed to be said. And excuse Mona for her grammar. She's very brave doing this. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger, listen to the message. That was everything today. See you some other day. Bye. Okay. I had no idea what was coming out. Well, um, tomorrow I will talk about little about another movement exercise that Thomas and I do every morning, and it also has to do with get the energies flowing. And I'm going to give you a link to that so you could watch for yourself and follow along. Okay, hopefully see you tomorrow. And if you know someone that might benefit, well, then you know what to do. Okay, hopefully see you tomorrow.